I don't know how I didn't set off any smoke alarms, because the kitchen was made of smoke. Setting your oven to 500 degrees and putting a pizza peel in there, pizza stone. Whatever can smoke will smoke. I gotta just put that oven on, like, the clean cycle one day and just let it burn everything away. Alright, totally radical, dude. This is my Raph and Mikey deck. I'm waiting. If you look at your oven, you may discover it has a button called clean. It literally just, like, you pull a lever to seal the oven, and then the oven puts itself in the highest possible setting and just burns everything away. It just carbonizes everything. And you just sweep out the dust afterwards. I feel like I gotta go all in on the whole Ninja Turtle thing if I'm playing this deck, right? I'm thinking I might, like, just put my pizza stone in there, seal the oven, and be like, clean! And just, like, burn it all away. You don't cook your food in a crematorium? I hold pet funerals here, and I just use just use the oven. Alright, my Raph and Mikey deck. I should have opened the deck and talked about it first, but we'll just talk about it without opening. But basically, the idea here is everything in the deck is either a creature that is bare minimum 5 attack. If it's 5 attack, it's either flying or does something important when it enters the battlefield. Otherwise, the bare minimum attack is 7. 95% of the creatures in the deck have trample. The only ones that don't have trample have flying, or again, do something important on entry. And then everything else in the deck is ramp, just to generate more mana. Dragon Storm and 4 mana to get us started? Sure. So, decks that are hyper-aggressive can potentially ram through and kill us, but generally speaking, because we ramp so fast, we have giant creatures on the table before we're at any risk of dying. The real problem is Death Touch. Like, a 1/1 with Death Touch can kind of throw things out of whack. Song of Seasons. Carbon's where the flavor is, exactly. Put 1 on the battlefields. Put 1 in the graveyard. So next turn I will have 5. I play Encroaching Dragonstorm. That brings me to 7. So they're gonna have a 4/2 and a 3/3 on the table by then. But I don't care. We're now ready for Raph and Mikey. Clever Conductor. So they can hit me for 7. What are they going to have available? Colorless, white or black. They technically have some blue. They don't have blue. Oh, thank God. The problem here is we might not be able to play Raph and Mikey right now. Like, we kind of need blockers. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 mana. No, we have 8 mana. We're good. If we draw the right thing here, Raph and Mikey needs to get the right creature on the table. Alright, Raph. Alright, Mikey. Get me an 8-8, a 10-10, or a 12-12. An 8-8, thank you very much. And then we bushwhack. So we don't have any blockers, but we got rid of the big threat. Oh! Alright, the big threat's still there, but... they need to add more attack onto this thing to stop us. They do have a lot of ways to just get... oh, nope, there's the 9. They did it. Damn. Should I have instead played Maelstrom Colossus to get 2 blockers? Maybe. But that's our worst kind of matchup, was when someone can just consistently do a decent amount of damage on the first few turns. That was quick. This is a deck where every match is either very, very fast, or there is no match at all. There are no slow matches with this deck. If they don't kill me fast, I kill them fast. No middle ground. This is the most Unga of Bunga decks. No think. Only hit. Oh boy. Haven't seen Vivi in forever. Mm-hmm. Got him. We had our, like, one of the few mulligan quandaries. If someone's playing blue, Rhythm of the Wild, creature spells can't be countered. But we didn't have any ramp in the hand, so I was debating whether or not we're going to keep this, but we won through Intimidation. Where they decide you just don't get to play the game. That's where stuff like Rhythm of the Wild comes into play, where creature spells can't be countered. Worst case scenario, you just have to wait for them to use their mana. Or you bait them out. Like, if they're playing something where you know they're gonna have counters, that's when you, like, throw a couple of your creatures out there to die, and then you play Raph and Mikey. It's been a little while since I made a pizza. I was very happy with it. And now I want to make a stromboli. Mulligan. So we have Shimmerwild's Growth, Song of Seasons. Railway Brawler is also a busted card in this setup because of his plot cost here. You can basically cast him on turn 4 and hold on to him until you're ready for him. Then you get to play him for free when you play Raph and Mikey, and Raph and Mikey show up as a 14/14 with haste and trample. And whatever else you pull is times 2. I have done on turn whatever I played my Raph and Mikey on before. They were 14 and I had a 24/24 dinosaur along with them. It was remarkable. Keep. Right through my card. They're playing Metal Bender. That one. Green. And we have some light removal like suplex in here. Put that on the battlefield. And that one on my graveyard. It's going on 0 damage. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana in hand. And then we pull 2 more mana here. We set up with Railway Brawler as a plot. Alright, so they play a 3/3, and they get themselves a 2/2 that's tapped, right? So look what we can do on our turn. We get a 5/5, and then we get a 14/14 with trample. And then we know, come on! I just wanted to see what we were gonna get. But yeah, we were gonna win that turn. Like, the chances... We had bare minimum, that was gonna be 24 damage. Bare minimum, because the smallest value creature we have in the deck is a 5/5. That is the smallest creature. Chances are, though, we were going to do 28 damage that turn, which, even if they block with tough, wasn't going to stop it. But at least I wanted to see it happen. What's going on, Globorius? But yeah, I feel mean playing this deck sometimes, but it's very silly and very fun. And I don't know why. I see other people, like, I've run into it before. Other people are playing Raph and Mikey, but they play it with little creatures in it. And I don't know why you would do that. Like, they have some, you know, mana creatures, mana dorks. They have Llanowar elves in there, so, like, they play their Raph and Mikey, and then they pull a 1/1 that taps for 1 green. And it's like, why would you do that? I want no chance that I'm going to hit something that isn't immediately scary. I only want big boys. Which is why, again, this deck is all ramp, a little bit of removal, and just giant creatures. Which has been very consistent. Even if you don't draw your ramp and you just get your removal, you just buy time by, you know, pinging out creatures. They play something, you suplex it. Ba, 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 ba. Ooh. It's Krang! They're playing Yawgmoth the Praetor. Alright, we got 3 mana, we have a little bit of ramp. A little early removal? I might keep this. Even this, if we play it, has Cascades. Like, some of the worst creatures in the deck are stuff like this. A 6/5 is our worst creature. But we have it for the Cascade effect. We should be able to get the 7 on turn 5, maybe earlier? I like this arena, if only for this. That little town map that we all had as kids. Ooh, Rhythm of the Wild. They're pure black. Riot's nice, though. No, we'll keep it. Pizza time. I found pizza time by mistake, but now I can tell other people how to get it. If you're playing on the Ninja Turtle board that has an arcade cabinet, just click on the arcade cabinet a whole bunch of times till it says you got a high score. Like, I just absentmindedly click on stuff and people take their time. But apparently, you get something if you keep clicking on it. You get a message in your inbox and it's like, way to go, getting a high score on the arcade machine. I would get rid of Rhythm of the Wild if I were them. But Cycle of Renewal is what they should actually get rid of. Shit, can they hear me? Rhythm of the Wild, get rid of Rhythm of the Wild! Oh, they got rid of my creature. Ha! This silly fool. I could have 4 if we sacrifice 2 health, and I would like to sacrifice 2 health here. Alright, if we draw a mana, we're good to go. So let's just hope the top card is a mana. It was not a mana, alas. That's alright. Next turn. Let's sacrifice this mountain. And then put out a forest and a mountain. And then we'll also do... yeah, Rhythm of Wild. I was going to consider maybe Scorching Dragonfire and kill Yawgmoth, but... I think I bugged the sound for the game. Sounds like it's underwater. No, there we go, it's back. I'll take 3 damage. Welcome back with food. They got something they could play this turn. That's okay, his ability should still go off. Yep. Because we got Overlord of the Hauntwoods, we now have enough money to play Raph and Mikey again. Dark Ritual, they're doing something pricey. They got 7 mana right now. What are they gonna do? I encourage them to kill Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Overlord of the Boiler Bilge is going to do 4 damage to his commander, but they're already gone. They already left. You could see why I say this makes me feel guilty sometimes, like a mean person. Strong box raider. Look at this mean person. This deck is cruel. It is a cruel deck. It could be so much worse too. Like, I don't own some really mean cards that could go in here. Like, if I wanted to be a real son of a bitch, I would just do a keyword search for Eldrazi and craft the meanest Eldrazi cards and just have them in the deck. Because Raph and Mikey just plays them for free. 4 mana with Endless Restoration. Mulligan for, yeah, stuff like Song of Seasons and even Overlord. You mean the Rage Quit deck? I have had more people quit before Lethal than ever with this deck. That's what I'm saying. Like, it could be so much worse. Like, if I wanted to be a real monster, I would just use my wild cards to start making some real fucked up additions. They would mostly be 15/15s with not much else text. Their on-attack effects would still go off, I believe. Yeah, because you just saw the Bileworks. The guy that, the red one, his deal 4 damages when he enters the battlefield or attacks. Boop. So which one is it? Was it his on-enter effects, or was that his attack effect? I don't think their enter the battlefield effects work. 3, 4, 5. Enter the battlefield only? There's a good number of Eldrazi with enter the battlefield effects, though. If I remember right. Creatures summon attacking don't see themselves attack. Ah, alright. See, I don't like that he is not... Yo, there we go, used his mana. No, come on! Why? Why won't they ever let me win the way I want to win? Like, obviously we're winning, but I would like to win by seeing lethal happen. Conceding to them, like, he saw that I was going to be able to play Raph and Mikey, but, like, he doesn't know what I'm going to get. Granted, that was likely to be at least, what? That was at least going to be 12 damage that was going to happen on the lower end. Leatherhead. Enters with a hexproof counter on her. Whenever she deals combat damage to a player, you may remove a counter from when you do. Destroy target artifact or enchantment that player controls. Leatherhead might not be a bad one for the deck. Exactly, he doesn't know that I'm a degenerate only running 5 and above. Like I said, I've seen other people running this commander, but they run it with mana dorks, and I don't know why you would do that. Like, there's so much ramp in the game. Just use ramp. But I like this because there are so many green cards that are large that you just happen to have, because everyone opens a few big green creatures. Everyone has some ramp. Like, it's a relatively easy deck to build, I think. And then you just refine it as you go. Like, I've slowly just been, like, Nah, we don't need this, and adding different or other ramp to it. Putting in some artifacts that we can tap for like 2 colorless just to go faster. That's probably my favorite recent addition. What's going on, Opportunity? Is I can just turn 4, play an artifact that you can tap for 2, and then the next turn you play 1 additional mana. That means on turn 5 I'm already playing Raph and Mikey. Sometimes on turn 4 I'm playing Raph and Mikey, and that feels real good. And the really funny one is when Galta comes and shows up. I put the screenshots in the Discord already when I was hunting the panda deck, but you can really make them feel hopeless when Galta shows up. We have 3, and then Invasion of Zendikar, which we need a 4th mana for. I am into this one. Very into this one. Feels good. And they're playing Heroes in a Half Shell. Boop, 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 doo. This deck is like 1 part dinosaurs, 1 part dragons, and then a sprinkling of Ninja Turtles characters in there. Play a mountain. Play explore. Play a forest. Yeah, Brawl is 1v1 commander. Ooh, Rhythm of the Wilds. I got that in my deck. Arcane Signet. So we Invasion of Zendikar next turn, and then Raph and Mikey the turn after that. We're having a race. Except his only costs 5 and mine costs 7. Alright, that's a problem. He's gotten his speedster out first here. We might be better off putting a creature out to block that also ramps for us, like Overlord. Yeah. Just to avoid taking another 7 damage. And then Raph and Mikey set us up. I love those OG looking pack sleeves. Ah, crap, it is Menace. Well, we're taking the damage, but you know what? Whatever. Ow! cool. This is the Nine Kings. Didn't I change the thingamabobbin? I changed the title and description, didn't I? Alright. Yeah, I was saying, before we jump into the Nine Kings, we'll look at the Raph and Mikey Troublemakers deck. This is Four Ninjas, a sequel to that one movie. I'm still sad. Don't worry, Nine Kings is right after this. One or two more matches and then the Nine Kings show up. Well, they got their Heroes in a Half Shell up and running way faster than I thought they would. Go get him! Summon somebody fun! I do like Spine Rock Tyrant. But alas, good game. Pizza time. See, I let my opponent get the killing blow in. I'm not a monster like everyone else. We haven't gotten a chance to see our creatures bring someone's life total down to 0. But at least Silver Tea Devil gets to see that happen. If they get ahead here and actually do the job. Stop playing cards. Do it. I try to respect other people doing their dailies. So there's a chance they're trying to play X number of cards. Hurry up! That's it. Nah, they took too long. I'm out of here. I good gamed them ages ago. They had their chance. They're playing a 5-color deck. I doubt they had every color they need to play. How are ya, Quark? Happy Sunday. The Foot Clan's a dangerous criminal syndicate. See, I told you 421. These Foot people were looking for in our role-playing game. I think they're criminals. Valgavoth's Senshell. Da Foot. Alright, Railway Brawler is funny. Encroaching Dragonstorm, Heap Harvest. Bulk up. We can Heaped Harvest into Dragonstorm. And then Bulk Up and Railway Brawler are winning super hard. I have 16 quarts of soup on the stove and I'm hella happy. Ooh. What kind of soup? Hello! Pizza time. That's a lot of soup! This guy's in my Marina Vendrell deck in real life. Would it help you with Shuffle Gooder? You always got a Shuffle Gooder. Do 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 do. I love the TV static ghost effects with Victor. Discard a card. I think I played you before. My Magic the Gathering arena name is Rickest Rick Ever. If you've seen a spleen machine, that's me. Go get him! Oh god, I didn't even notice enter tapped. Sadly, they cannot get him. That's okay. Resolve. All right, you can block somebody. Yeah? You sure you don't want to block the 16/16? Because it's a 32 damage creature. Surprise! You only need one turn. Quark's cabbage soup. Chicken, spicy sausage, parm cheese rinds, carrots, celery, onions, garlic, tomatoes, white beans, kale. Made stock earlier this morning from 5 pounds of chicken bones while I was at yoga. Nice. Because it was pie day yesterday, I made a homemade pizza pie. I did mozzarella cheddar and smoked Gouda for the cheese. Some chicken on there and a swirl of apple bourbon barbecue sauce. Very tasty pizza. I didn't set off the smoke alarm like I was worried I was going to, because boy howdy, 500+ degree ovens get a little smoky. That was heinous. Again, this deck makes me feel like a monster because it's such an unga bunga deck, but it's also fun. I love random stuff, so like every time I play this, I'm like, what creature's gonna show up? What's gonna what's gonna drop? And then, you know, making something do 32 damage the turn it comes out is also kind of funny. All right, we have 3 mana in hand, which means we could play Heaped Harvest, and then we could do Invasion of Zendikar or Map the Frontier, which means we can get to 7 mana pretty quick. You mean Cowabunga, right? The name of this deck is totally radical, dude. I make Tom's Health Sludge every couple of months. Gotta give them unappetizing names. Ooh, look at that. Fiend Artisan. +1/+1 for each creature card in your graveyard. Oh, I could see where this is going. Temple of Abandon. No, I want to be able to play Heaped Harvest immediately. Actually, this is only in his deck because I have the split mana cost. We don't have to worry about it. Plop you down. Invasion of Zendikar. And with that, we have the 7 mana we need. Protection from mono-colored creatures. That one. Just for funsies. Generally speaking. We want to only go face, but since this is monocolored, he's probably going to block it anyway. He did not! When Arena decides that my daily is going to be play X mana, like play X lands, this is the deck I go for. We play a lot of mana fast. If mana's stored in the balls and you tap lands for mana, does that mean these lands are in your balls? Yes. Tomato paste browned in the pot, chicken stock, frozen kale, chickpeas, stew for a bit, finish with a shitload of lemon juice. Ooh, sumac! Nice. I like my Providence of Night deck as well. Like, I don't see this one very often, and it's confusing why not. It's such a neat commander card. Let's see here. Vigorous Farming's pretty great. Let's do Vigorous Farming. And we'll toss a Dragonhawk in there, why not? That one on the battlefield. Oh. Play that one. Go get them, boys. Alas, the cascade doesn't happen if they're pulled. Your word hint is... this goes exceptionally well in chocolate. Huh. Weird choice. Like, Province of Night could have blocked the Carnosaur here and taken no damage.
You all remember what to do whenever anyone...
There it is.
Right? That's right! Scream real loud!
And now they're gonna concede without me getting to... oh! Oh! We gotta go quick! Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't concede! Let me attack! Oh! Look at that. Well done. What do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... He's bought himself a little time. Scroll to the back. Oh, we don't have any yet. We're looking for Vigorous Farming to set up some double lands. I know Chris has gotten to Starbucks at some point. I mean, yes, I have been to Starbucks before. I just like pistachios. Pistachios are my favorite. He has 1 card left in hand. He has no cards. So obviously Raph and Mikey can be played now with impunity. Because pistachios are great, right? 12-12 with trample. It's pizza time. Five damage there, no damage there. Oh, fine. There we go. Whenever we tap this, add an additional forest. Like, some of my mana is actually 2 mana. No! Let me hit them! My recipe is put 8 chicken leg quarters in a hot pot with chopped onion, garlic powder, Montreal steak seasoning, sweet bell peppers, all in a crock pot on low for 6 hours. The meat's so juicy and falls right off the bone like butter. Delicious. If you had gotten a Burger King, the answer would have been unhappy groaning. It would have been food poisoning. What's going on, Ash? That's a nice music, yes. Like, Magic the Gathering Arena has fine music, but I vastly prefer Ball Pit and all the other games soundtracks that I currently have in this mix. We got Rift Wizard 2 in here, Ball Pit, Despots games in here. Ooh, chicken. I like stew. Recently I did a, Chuck Roast was on sale. It was half off, which is awesome. 6 hours of cooking. Oh, the electricity bill. Slow cookers are very energy efficient. Like, it's not using a lot of power, and it's just doing nice, even heat distribution through the ceramic. It's not bad. Checking on some games. Nice. I'm just showing off my totally radical dude deck here. And now, after this one, I think we'll swap over. You know what you're excited for? What are you excited for? Is it corned beef? I know I'll be making that on Tuesday. Hell yeah, corned beef. Love me some corned beef. Alright, we have a Worn Power Stone, Shimmer Wilds. Oh, this is a more than perfect opening hands. Turn 1, we play a mountain. Turn 2, a forest, along with Explore, and then we get the other mountain down, and then Worn Power Stone on turn 3, at which point we're already up to 5 mana. Oh, yeah. And then Shimmer Wilds to get us the rest of the way. I thought you were going to say New Firefly. When I found out it was animated, it answered the question I had. Because when they were talking about it, I'm like, but how are they going to do that? They're bringing back a person that's dead. But if it's animated, anyone who died could just be, you know, fine. Gotta do this in the right order. The right order is we play a mountain, and then we play an arcane signet, and then we play a Worn Power Stone. And now we're at 7 mana. We have 7 mana on the table, while they have 1, 2, 3, 4. They never let me kill them. Have we gotten 1 actual kill in? We've won all but 2 of our matchups, but have we ever actually gotten that number down to 0? God damn it. Never seen Firefly, but also worked on a Star Wars film and never watched it, so I'm weird. Nothing weird about that. I worked for a while with a buddy of mine, Mark, who is a head scenic. And, like, he watched almost none of the movies he worked on. Like, he was the lead scenic for that Nicolas Cage witch movie. Shit, which one was that? What's the name of that movie? That's right, we got one. We got one proper kill when I tricked them. They didn't know I was going to do 32 damage. Sorcerer's Apprentice. Sorcerer's Apprentice. He worked on the Sorcerer's Apprentice movie as the lead scenic, and he's never seen that. Season of the Witch. That's a different witch movie. It's the same as Chris's, I think. Not fancy. Boil it in beer with cabbage, pretty much. I like old-timey. Alright, one more. I want to hit the player's face just one time. Also, how's it going, Mr. Clancy? We got Donatello. And a ball. Wait a minute. A Ninja Turtle? Yes. You see, Magic the Gathering is, of course, the new Fortnite, where you cross over with stuff. For those that are unfamiliar, this game has crossed over with the Ninja Turtles, Avatar: The Last Airbender, Final Fantasy. Where is it? Lord of the Rings. And I think that's it for crossovers in this. Oh, wait, no. There's one other one. The other crossover that's in this video game is... What did they use for the symbol for the set? Dungeons and Dragons is in here somewhere, but I forget what the symbol looks like. Where the hell is it? There it is, Dungeons and Dragons. It looks like the Innistrad set turned over a little bit, so I didn't even see it. Come on, magic crossover with Halo. JJK would be funny. This game again? Where's the new game? This has new content. Ninja Turtles were recently added. I hope we never cross over with Harry Potter. That would be gross. Like, this game already has their own thing, which will be the next set right here, Strixhaven. Strixhaven's coming out like in a month and a half. We don't need Harry Potter. We have Strixhaven, which is literally about Magic College. Like, it's already schools with magic. In real life, there's been even more crossovers. In the real world, all the ones I just listed, but also Fallout, Spider-Man. Have they already done Marvel? I know they're doing more Marvel, but I assume they've done at least one other Marvel besides Spider-Man. Star Trek is happening. They're gonna do The Hobbit. Yeah, Warhammer they crossed over with. You have to play a decade to have a good deck. You could actually just go ahead and, like, at least with the Warhammer stuff, like, just pick up, like, one of the commander decks. Those are ready to go out of the box and are already competitively viable. So you don't have to worry too much about having a good deck if you just pick those up. Secret Agent Wizard Boy, hell yeah. Hell yeah, 421. Alright, we have Wayfarer's Bauble, Vigorous Farming. It's Tom Bombadil. I haven't seen that deck in many a moon. It's been many a moon since I've seen Tom Bombadil's deck. Like, I like the pre-built commander decks. Some of them go really high in price once they are released, because they do have a lot of really good cards in them. And then the ones that don't have, like, really good cards but are still fun to play go super cheap. Like, I don't necessarily want the most powerful cards, I just want fun stuff. I'm all about fun stuff. Whoop. Yeah, fun stuff team. So it's nice when fun stuff like Raph and Mikey overlaps with being wildly overpowered. Yeah. Like, I'd say out of all the crossovers, the one that bothers me the least is the Final Fantasy crossover. The one that bothered me the most, I think, is Avatar. Just because the artwork on the full art cards is garbage. It's just screenshots from the cartoon. Looks like Mikey's smoking it. That's a blunt, thank you? My Mikey is cool? Thought-provoking dialogue such as, I am frog, blop, blop, blop. I hope we draw one more ramp card. Because, otherwise, we have the mana we need. Hey, heaped harvest! Yes. Let's go ahead and look for our augmented land. There it is. That's worth 2 mana. So we have 2, 4, 6, 7. I could even pop this right now and get a bonus land if I wanted to. You know what? No. We don't need to do it. Let's not do it. That way we can get more good stuff. They did some source material art cards for TMNT, and they're so much better. Yes! Like, the only source material stuff they've done for this one are comic book images. And they look good. Like, I was worried we were gonna get, like, pictures from, like, the TV show. Or the movies. Like, I don't want that. Final Fantasy cards are also strange. I like the Final Fantasy cards. At the very least, if you're thinking about Magic as Magic, Magic is a game where interdimensional wizards that are constantly jumping between realities fight each other. And they utilize the creatures and the resources of the realities they find themselves in to fight their wars. Like, that's the setup, right? So, Final Fantasy is already a multi-dimensional experience. So I'm okay with Final Fantasy. Ninja Turtles is also a multi-dimensional experience. I'm okay with Ninja Turtles. You still losing the Panda deck? You gotta pay attention to the Discord, Panda. I hunt that deck for sport now. I eat them. Alright, they have 4 cards in their hand. They currently have some blue mana. I don't know if they have a counter, so I would like to first try to bait out any counter spells. That was a single. I posted 2 different wins in there, Panda. That was back-to-back different games. So they do not have any counters as far as I can tell. I am never going to play the stupid Panda deck. Shrine decks are poison and I hate them. Oh, now you have something you could play? God damn it. They drew a counter? Sideshow Bob is a killer for Dead by Daylight? That'd be great. I think we'll go in this order. Come on! Let me win the right way. But yeah, this deck is my panda hunting deck. It very consistently murders the stupid panda deck. Largely because it takes them a little time to set up, and this deck doesn't afford you much time. And their blocking setup is weenies. Like, they have 1/1s they generate from their shrines. They can turn those 1/1s admittedly into 17/17s, but they can't do that until turn, like, 7, 8, 9. And we're winning on turn 6, 7, and 8. Maybe we weren't playing such a mean deck. I mean, I did this to hunt for the panda, but we didn't run into the panda today. It feels like perhaps the panda deck is falling out of popularity because there's a lot of good counters to the panda deck now, in the form of choo-choo, I'm a trade. Just run them over. If I want the commando, I have to do a new game account, because my last one was pirated. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What commando? Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. The whole time it would throw rakes on the ground and say things, "I'll get you, bot!" So, I talked about this before, but there's a video of Dead for Warhammer deck. Oh. Gotcha, gotcha. For Dead by Daylight, I was watching a video where people were just bullying the monster, and the monster was Chucky, and they had a pile of flashbangs on the ground, and they just flashbanged Chucky, punted Chucky, knocked a table over on Chucky, flashbang Chucky, flashbang Chucky. I would have uninstalled that game if I was Chucky that day. Uninstalled it. Alright, one more totally radical dude, and then we'll do some 9 Kings. But I've been wanting to sit down and just be like, here's a fun, mean deck that you can build. Then we'll look at the deck a little bit first. We haven't actually, like, opened it in the deck builder and talked about it. Hearthhole the World Seed. But as far as piloting the deck goes, it's pretty straightforward. Like, you want your opening hand to be at least enough mana to play at least 1 ramp, and you're generally going to have more ramp than that. Build a wonder within 15 cycles. No! I won't. I don't play those games to go fast. I go slow as hell. Some guy kidnapped another player, forcing him to watch as he sets off 10,000 fireworks. I only played a little bit of Rust, but I played Rust the way I want to play Rust, which is run a game show inside of Rust. One day, if I ever, like, I don't like Rust, I don't want to play Rust, but I would love to, like, go into a server and build a Saw-style game show thing, where if you get a question wrong, you can be dropped into a pit and murdered. But generally speaking, like, just run a scary game show in Rust. Key Quiz was a fun show to run. I just want to do more of that. He lagged the server, crashed the guy's computer. Amazing. When I play Timberborn, it's so I can, you know, watch them starve and have 1 beaver left, and then watch as we build the population back up, and then talk about how it's a weird incest colony now, like our current Timberborn village. Everyone all 12 beavers are related to 2 beavers now. Those beavers all have wildly messed up genetics right now. Just the worst genetics. Okay, next turn we're at 7. Pretty sure that's how it always works. No, you start with like a colony of like 6 beavers, I think is the starting number. We brought it down to 1 adult and 1 child, and we had to wait Wait! So they can start having kids again. Ooh, Titan! I had this in the deck, but the idea of milling giant creatures didn't sit well with me, so I took Titan out. That is a bummer, though, because now he can, you know, stop us. I mean, sort of stop us. In the sense that he can get in front of Mikey and Raph. The other options, we could just win next turn. We can make this into a 24/6 dragon. But let's use Raph and Mikey to get something else on the table. He can kill Raph and Mikey. But we'll still have another creature on the board. He has no tappable mana. Oh, wait. He could play a land from his graveyard. Oh. He could have removal. He is running black. What mana is it? He'll have 2? Destroy target creature. Interesting. Like, he might have sacrificed a creature to kill me. Nope, he's out of mana. Nothing with Death Touch. Well, we win. See who blocks what. Sorry, buddy. Will he let me hit him, or is he gonna concede now that the math is there? Alright, well, whatever. I don't want the endorphins anyway! I don't even like those endorphins. What do I got? 2,000 gold. Let's get endorphins by opening booster packs. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. 2 normal packs, please. Get my kicks where I can. Squirrel Noise, Dimensional Exile. Something I already had, and... Ooh! Rat King Verminister. Beginning your end step, if a permanent left the battlefield under your control, create a 1/1 black rat creature token. You want me to make the rat deck? We'll build a deck real fast. Put a 1/1 counter on Rat King, sacrifice 3 rats, return target creature card and all other cards with the same name as that card from your battlefield, or from the graveyard to the battlefield. Alright, we have to do it. Like, this just makes itself. Like, we all know what we're gonna do now. No, hold on. We'll do it in 1 second. I was going to... First... If you want to make your own Raph and Mikey troublemakers, my recommendation is only take creatures with 5 or more attack, and if they have 5, they're there to do something else. They're not your heavy hitters. So like Railway Brawler, I don't really want him as a 5/5. I want him for the plot cost, where we could turn him into a 0-cost sorcery that doubles the size of our other creatures. Everything else in the deck, basically anything that costs 4 or less, is mana or it's ramp. So like, make some rune-carved obelisks and fire mine vessels. These are uncommon, so they're easy to craft. Get all of your ramp. Anything that says search your library for land, take them, put them in the deck. Maybe grab a few things like a braid, manhole missile, scorching dragonfire. That way you can ping off early threats. But basically your deck is going to be a bunch of ramp. Definitely do stuff like bulk up. Bulk up is very fun. Double their power until end of turn. If you have enough mana, you could cast it twice in one turn because of flashback. With stuff like, where is he? Spine Rock Tyrants. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, copy it. You could do bulk up twice on him thanks to that. And then just everything in your deck that's large. Get your dinosaurs, get your Maelstrom Colossuses. And the bonus is, if something is not great, like Maelstrom Colossus, 7/7 for 8, not a very good card. But Cascade means, even if you're not getting the Cascade effect, like we don't get that if he gets pulled by Raph and Mikey. If we have to play it from our hand, he's going to hit something good. Like, he's going to get something worthwhile. What's going on, Nar? So that's my recommendation on how to make a Raph and Mikey Troublemaker deck. Do not put any mana dorks in here. You only want big hard bodies. No weenies. Big boys only. This is the... I was going to make a joke that isn't even from my timeline. I was going to make a joke for people that are like 90 years old. This is the He-Man, the He-Man Women Haters Club. That is a joke from the fucking Little Rascals. Yes, that is a joke from a black and white television show from 1,000 years ago, which was made into a movie. I don't know if they talked about the He-Man Women Haters Club in the movie from the 90s. I don't know if that's in there. I know the club exists in the original Our Gang show from like... I am talking about the show from 1938, 1940. Like, that's what I'm specifically referencing. It is in the movie? Alright, I take that back. I haven't seen the movie in 1,000 years, but I have seen the 1940s show in the past like 4 or 5 years. And I remember it from there. The He-Man's Women Haters Club. All right. Yes. I did a little Google search here. Specifically, He-Man Women Haters Club is from Hearts Are Thumps, an episode from 1937. That is where my reference was from. And as I was saying it, I was laughing because it's like, fuck, man, I make some obscure references sometimes, but this is a bit of a deep cut.